It is so easy on social media to hear somebody do something or say something that kind of goes in a direction that you want things to go, and then all of a sudden this person becomes your hero, your absolute hero, and you hang on every single word that that person says. It's almost like the stuff what anybody else says is no longer relevant. It no longer matters, and in most cases, it's just flat out considered wrong. But let me say something. I obviously done a video a few days ago regarding the impact of social media, YouTube on the Summer Wells case. And look, it divided, which I said in that video it's going to divide. Before it even went up, I knew it was going to divide. But on this channel, the one thing that we do allow is difference of opinion. If you've got a difference of opinion, then you are welcome. If you want to address me directly and say anything, you can. I don't delete, I don't ignore, I don't have a load of moderators that I've turned around and said, look, if anybody says anything that is against our narrative, please delete them comments and get rid of. You can check with my moderators and they will tell you the same. We are open to listen to anyone. But sadly, not everyone is, and that does include people like Chris McDonough. Now, I am going to say, I listened to a lot of the comments regarding Chris McDonough, and I get that there is some people who have mass respect for him, and he was a police officer, detective, whatever he was, and he had, it would assume he had a successful career. Which, yes, kudos to that. And as Josh over at his channel, The Lab, stated when he kind of addressed my video, but not directly, kind of an indirect addressing of it. I'm not a police officer. You're absolutely right. But what I am is a father and stepfather to 5 children. And I come at this case with a parental view, and I think about some of the things that Chris McDonough has done and the purpose for that. Now, I said before, again, we're very open over here, and I've done a video regarding this channel. So with 7,000 subscribers, this channel pulls in around $1,300 each month. And Chris McDonough has 10 times the power that this channel has. So when people say this is being done for justice and being done for summer, it's not. The title of his video regarding this call was clickbait. You guys, some of you guys, accused my title of that video of being a clickbait title, and it wasn't. It was a flat out question. It was a question regarding how somebody in law enforcement or ex-law enforcement felt that it was appropriate to bring onto the platform, and not for the first time, a call that would potentially provide evidence, factual evidence, to support a criminal conviction against potentially Don Wells, Candice Bly, and potentially others in the Summer Wells case. Now, I got messages from ranging from Chris McDonough is respected by his peers. Tell me, give me one example of one person who has openly stated to the public that the work that Chris McDonough is doing on the Summer Wells case is respected. Because it's not. And nobody in what I have found has stated that. Who has stated that is the people who crave the information that he puts out. They crave for answers. They crave to be involved. They crave to know what has been going on. And when people feed into that and they give them that information, as aforementioned, they then become their hero, their saviour. But the only person in all of this who needs a fucking saviour is Summer Wells. She's the only one who needs to be helped and to be protected and to be brought home. Now, unless Chris McDonough knows absolutely 100% sure that she is not coming home, and there is no way that she is coming home, that content and that type of content places her at risk. And whether you like it or not, that is a fact. And even when I turned around and said that this is stuff that Don Wells himself had stated, people turn around and say,
"Oh, but you're using Don Wells as your source of reference for that. You're trusting what he says."
Well, the downside is Don Wells is part of this criminal world. You can't throw him into that category and then criticise him for telling you how that works. And if you do not know how that works, then maybe you need to get educated. You do need to get educated. We're at a stage where we have law enforcement. These are people who are employed law enforcement, who are not giving details. They are not giving anything out to the public. Even this latest bit of information regarding Ronnie Lawson, that comes from a second-hand person who's tying themselves up with the people that are at ground zero. So that's not even coming out of Ronnie Lawson's mouth. And I will cover this later. Not in this video, another video. But he has not come out and said that. He has not come out and publicly said anything. But then people are turning around and saying that these people are corrupt. The people who are actual law enforcement people, they are corrupt because they're not giving YouTube information. But then you've got a retired ex-law enforcement officer who is dishing the dirt on, again, factual, possibly factual, information that could be used as evidence. And he's a hero. And this is the same guy who wrongfully accused of another guy of being Brian Laundrie and, oh my God, harassed a guy, called him a murderer, and it wasn't even the right person. And that's just one. There are other cases where this guy has hugely made mistakes. Massively, spectacularly made mistakes. He has lost his own content before, had to remove that off platforms, had it removed for being wrong. And all I'm saying in this is be careful who you listen to and why you listen to them. And look, there is a massive difference between receiving what you crave from the platform in terms of knowledge and that fix of drama and the reality of getting justice. Keeping Summer safe in the event that she still needs to be kept safe and getting her home or getting her justice. Because by putting specific types of information onto a platform that is designed to entertain and rewards people who provide that, I'm telling you, you're going to get it wrong. You're going to get it wrong. And I hope to God that I'm wrong in terms of the risk that it poses. I'm not wrong in terms of why people put certain things on this platform. I'm not. Like, I'm going to title this video and I'm going to put Chris McDonough in it. And do you know why I'm going to do it? Because more people will watch it. But why am I doing it? Because more people need to watch it. They need to understand that it isn't right to put certain types of information on here. And before people say, but look at the work he done for Mary. Yeah, I get that. And I wouldn't wish SA or anything on these people. But let's not forget that these people who that happened to lived with that for 40 years. They didn't even know Summer existed. And their story has been piggybacked off of the Summer Wells case. And it had no right to be done. It didn't. Their story was sad. It needed to be dealt with. And thankfully, it may be dealt with if the putting it onto a social media platform for entertainment purposes doesn't affect it. Which it could. That's the reality of it. It could. I'm sorry, but it is. Don has got to go a long way. There is a long journey ahead of him to be held accountable for the things that the courts of YouTube have convicted him for. Because let's not forget, the courts of the law, they have not convicted him. But because of information that has been put on this platform, that is going to make that journey from A to B somewhat more different than had it have not been. But my issue is that Chris McDonough pinned these together to thrust them into the limelight. So he did exactly the same as what other YouTubes, including this channel, does. But then does it under the guise of being something else. And people fall for it hook, line and sinker. Chris McDonough's channel is an entertainment channel. It is an entertainment channel built to bring in revenue, which it's going to be bringing a hell of a load of revenue for, and nothing more, nothing less. And if he can leverage content to bring in more views and to raise more money, that is what he's going to do, and that is what we've seen. But who's he throwing under the bus to do it?